All right, before you get started, let's go over a quick synopsis of what this method, what's involved with this method. So you'll know exactly what you're getting into before you get started. And also as you go through each slide or each video, you'll know what's going on. So first, we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about a few methods that agents use currently. And the reason is we need to understand why they need you. So currently, agents are either using one of two things, the traditional method or non-traditional methods. So traditional methods are things like open houses and door knocking or cold calling. Non-traditional methods are internet advertising, anything to do with e-marketing. Okay. Now, traditional methods are broken because they're just obsolete. Let's take door knocking, for example. They might get a sale eventually, but it's only going to be out of pity. And they'll get a sale if they're lucky. Cold calling, that method for real estate at least has been killed by the do not call registry. And of course, newspaper advertising and mass mailing are very ineffective ways to do it. And most agents just don't have the means or the time to do those kind of things to generate business. So non-traditional methods are e-marketing, internet marketing, things like pay-per-click, Google advertising, banner ads, things like that. So what's wrong with non-traditional marketing? Well, the agents just aren't doing it right. Most agents aren't doing it right. So what happens? The agent doesn't know how to do it. They'll pay somebody else to do it. So who are they paying right now? If you've heard of Zillow.com or Realtor.com, big sites like this provides leads for agents at a monthly fee. Okay, so the agents pay their monthly fee. They retrieve the leads. Here's the problem. Those leads are recycled sometimes up to 10 times per lead. So it boils down to the fact that skill is no longer part of the game. Salesmanship is no longer part of the game. You just have to be at the right place at the right time because you're competing with 10 other agents blindly. And that's just not a good way to go about it. All right, with this technique of just buying leads, some brokerages, so the agent's company that they work for, they'll buy the leads and distribute the leads among their own agents. But they want their money back. So they'll charge the agent a 37.5, sometimes more, referral fee. And you think that's bad. Agents already have to pay a company split of 50%. So especially new agents, any home they sell, they have to pay their company 50%. Okay, so couple that with the hefty fee, referral fee, and what's left? So why do they use this? Well, they don't know what else to do. And last point, they're willing to pay. So agents are paying $4,000 to $5,000 a month already to do this. You're just going to provide them with a better way to go about it. So the solution, we're going to take, and this is very important, we're going to take something that the agents are familiar with already, and it's called geofarming. Okay, so let me ask you this. When I say you're in good hands, which company comes to mind? If you thought about Allstate, you've experienced geographic farming firsthand. It's a form of geofarming. So geofarming is repeated exposure. So repeated exposure with a message, with a product, just a repeated exposure to gain mind share amongst a group of people. Okay. So this is what the agent does. It's the same idea. The agent typically door knocks, cold calls, or mails certain neighborhoods. So one of those three things. Let's say they choose to door knock a certain neighborhood. So they'll door knock, they'll knock on doors for months, sometimes years before they get a result. But eventually somebody's going to be sitting at home. They're thinking about that job transfer that's coming up and they think, gosh, I've never sold my home. I don't know any agent. Who am I going to call? Gosh, Jim Brown stopped by my home several times. Let me call him. So eventually that agent will start to get the leads coming in. And it works the same way with mailing or even cold calling. So the problem with that is most agents don't have the time to wait for the results. They need a paycheck yesterday. All right, so that's why this method is broken. But what you're going to do is you're going to take that method that they're familiar with and you're going to vamp it up. You're going to get them immediate results. And you're going to get them more results because you're going to leave voicemail drops. And voice drops, in the next point, voice drops are voicemail messages that are sent directly to the cell phone of homeowners or agents without the cell phone ever ringing. So what's so good about this? Well, a few things. You can send thousands of voice drops in a matter of hours or less. How long will it take that agent to call that many people? Or even if they outsourced it, how long would it take? How much would it cost to pay an outsourcer to do that? So with this method, you can get that done in no time for the agent. Here's the thing, with the law of large numbers, those leads are going to come in a lot quicker, and more leads are going to come in for the agent. So you're going to solve their problem twofold. So homeowners wanting to sell will call the agents directly, not you, them. Now, how to get real estate agents clients, how to get clients for yourself. The same exact method. You're going to drop voicemail messages into agents' cell phones without their phone ever ringing. The ones that are interested are going to call back, but they're not going to call you. They're going to call another lead filtration system, if you look down to the third point. So it's going to be directed to another system, another voicemail with a second message. So if they listen to 2 messages after calling you back and they leave you a message saying that they're interested, that's going to be a quality lead. Okay. At that point, all you have to do is explain the service or send them the presentation. It's real simple. It's provided. And then sign them up for $500 to $1,000 a month. Now, there's 2 ways to go about this, the free method or the fast track method. The free method is through something called SlyDial. It's a platform where you manually dial the number on your home phone or your cell phone. The system tells you to leave a message. If you're happy with the message, you press send. It goes straight to that agent's inbox. Okay, that's all there is to it. You send about 10 to 20 of those 3 or 4 times a week. You're going to start seeing leads come in. The fast track method is the same thing, but there's no manually dialing. You upload your pre-recorded message for the agent once, and you deploy the calls to thousands of agents at a time. The leads will start coming in. So literally set it up once, press the button, you're ready to go. Simple, right? So once you have an agent client, a real estate agent who's your client, you're actually going to use the leads rain method, the fast track method, but you're not going to use your own money because they're going to pay you up front. So you're going to geo-farm for them to certain zip codes. You're going to drop voicemail messages into thousands of homeowners' voicemail message inboxes. And you're going to use the agent's money to do this. They're going to pay you up front. You're not going to use your own money. And then you're going to keep the profit. Simple as that. And then there's a way to monitor everything, to track everything, as we'll show you. So that's pretty much the method, the strategy, all summed up. Go ahead and read the entire book. Go through the videos. It's important to read the first part of the book. It's so important to know why the agent needs you more than you need them. So read that first section. It's real important to have a subliminal understanding, to know in your mind that this is going to work for you, that the agents need you, that you don't have to hard sell anybody. So go ahead and go through the videos, and we'll see you on the other side.